Even though it's been 10 months, over 10 months since my father's passing, I still think that this task may be a little tough. My dad was a great guy. He was a great man, and it's appropriate to have a top-notch eulogy with a top-notch presenter. Sorry, Dad, looks like you're stuck with me. When I told Father Santiago that I was to deliver the eulogy, he had one stipulation, that I couldn't go on longer than him. Don't worry, Father, large font. I'm Jimmy. I'm James Patrick Keating's favorite firstborn. On behalf of my family, we would like to thank all of you for joining us here today to celebrate the life of my father, our father. We would also like to give a special thanks to the ones here today that have traveled quite a distance to be here. I hope you know who you are. I've always been amazed at the sheer number of friends that my dad amassed. But looking around, it's now blatantly obvious to me as to why he had so many friends. He just wasn't that picky. But seriously, he loved people. He was the ultimate people person. He loved everyone that he met. He didn't care where they were from, what they looked like, what they had or didn't have. He loved them, and they loved him. On numerous occasions, I would watch in awe as he charismatically chatted up complete strangers. And as the years went by, nothing changed. He would make friends everywhere. Many of you here today are his closest friends, and he probably chatted you up at some random event or occasion. I will miss his loving nature and his dedication to connecting with others. He was definitely a character and truly one of a kind. My dad was many things. He was a grandfather. He was Uncle Neat. He was a brother. He was the life of a party. He was a great dancer, an entertainer, an awesome public speaker. He was an entrepreneur. He was a leader. He was a man of great faith. He was resilient, and he was charitable. When he was 30, he was chosen by the Sacramento Junior Chamber of Commerce as Young Man of the Year. He was a United States Coast Guard commander. That's where he received the Outstanding Service Medal twice. He was president of the Sierra Club, not Sierra Club, Sierra Club. He was president of the Comstock Club. He was a world traveler. He was development director for KVIE TV, and I remember as a kid thinking how cool it was watching my dad on TV during the Channel 6 auctions. He was Reverend Jim, and there are a few of us here that had their wedding officiated by Reverend Jim. And some of those weddings even got paid for. He was a member of Governor Ronald Reagan's administration. He was a rugby enthusiast, and he played on the very first St. Mary's College Gales rugby team, a rugby team where they boasted a perfect record, 0 wins. He sure loved his Gales. He was one of the St. Mary's Dregs of the class of '59. Now we have a couple of the dregs here with us today. But they have a special pet name for Jim. But alas, one must remember that we are in the holy presence of the Lord. These are all the titles and roles of a life that has been well lived. That they are not the greatest of his titles, nor the most important of his roles. one of which was husband. And what he lived for most, my mom. In 1962, Jim married the love of his life, his sweetheart. He adored her and was dedicated to her totally. When he met Mom for the first time, for him it was love at first sight. But for Mom, not so much. My mom and dad had the most amazing relationship. A marriage that lasted almost 59 years, and without a doubt could have lasted another 59 years. To watch them dance together was a sight to behold. Every day of that marriage, Dad taught us all what it means to be a great husband. They shared everything that life can offer together. They were a great team, supporting each other in every way. I know I speak for my brothers and sister when I say I am proud and grateful to be a product of that relationship. Truly, Jim's supreme role was that of father, a title that he cherished, and I am extremely grateful and fortunate to have my dad in my life for as long that I did. Nothing was more important to my dad than family. As a mentor, he led by example, and he was always there for me and for the family. He worked so hard his whole life to take care of us kids, and that he did. Dad was also a father to 4 foreign exchange students over the years. He treated us to epic vacations. And one year, Mom wanted Dad to take us on a camping trip to Yosemite National Park. Now, although Dad hated camping, he did it for us. So here you have a Coast Guard guy trying to pitch an Army surplus tent on a slope without instructions. I think you know where I'm going with this. You couldn't miss the Keating tent. It was the one that looked like it was built by Frank Lloyd Wrong. Mom, am I right? But that tent really brought us closer together, literally. Remember the slope? We will always remember that he brought an immense amount of joy and laughter into our world. He had the uncanny ability to crack me up every time I was with him, even on the very last day that I shared with him. We will remember the humor and the jokes, but not because they were always funny, but because, as another Irish funny man might say, it's the way that he told them. So please, for him, for all of us, let's take a moment to shift our thoughts from how much we'll miss him to one of your own many funny, joking, laughing, happy, and comical times that you shared with him. And there were many for all of us. So briefly, relive it, enjoy it, and smile. Dad, we love you, we miss you, and we'll never forget you.